Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Here Be Dragons, a game where here be dragons. Roar hello, dragons. They're dragonborn and they can talk. Also, they could talk as dragons. A lot about our intro for this game does not make sense. Hi, my name's Philip. I am the Dragon Master of Here Be Dragons, and as you can probably assume, also, if this is your first episode, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us here for session 19. That's exciting. We have a lot going on in this game. We're going to get through a few little housekeeping things first, starting with my dragon calendar. This is just for me. I'm a very sad little person. Okay, let's open up door number 16, because 15 was last time. What do we got in 16? Ooh, oh no, a d20 with which I will roll to cause trouble. It has a dragon's face and it looks like it's fire. Merry Christmas. It's an advent calendar. Whew. How's everybody doing tonight? They're not necessarily all undead. A lot of them are undead. You know, when I'm very excited about. There's one eye monster, Pierce is at least expecting. Before we get into that, I also do really quickly want to thank Galanorian Saber and Salty Leia Solo for subscribing to the channel. I also want to thank some anonymous gifter who gave out a bunch of subs last Friday. That was so kind of you to do. If you like what we do, please follow us. If you can subscribe, please do so. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to your Twitch account and you'll get a free subscription. You get it no matter what, so give it to us or to somebody, because, you know, otherwise it's just sitting there unused. Like so many other things you probably get for free with your Amazon subscription. Because let me tell you, apparently you can read a couple books or something on your Kindle for free. Just a couple. That's weird. Even without the whole Kindle Unlimited thing. I really lost my train of thought. Thanks for subscribing. Much appreciated. Yeah. We've also, I guess for this game, we can kind of offer a bit of a sort of, you know, at some point, maybe session 20, I will do like a very comprehensive, you know, story so far recap. But basically, our dragons have ventured into the Dreadlands, whence they were warned against traveling to chase down something that was rightfully theirs and stolen through them through roguish trickery. Our dragons must gain treasure to level up, but unfortunately, they have come to a domain of dread called High Delket that has turned them into Dragonborn. They find much of their power diminished, although, if we're being really honest, these are some very powerful 6th level Dragonborn. They got some things at their disposal that you don't feel too sad for them. That's why I can throw some of the kinds of dungeons they have coming up. So they have, in this place, they have learned that the Dark Lord of this plane is a pharaoh dragon, a scarab dragon who seems to have total command of all Dragonborn, some sort of domination, like at will, you know, mass domination of those, of that species, which the dragons now all find themselves transformed into. However, having elected not to go straight to one of the oddly numerous pyramids surrounding a city made of gold, our dragons have instead ventured to a ruins that seems to have been in honor of a previous Dark Lord of this domain of dread. They have met the Brickborn who live there and have sort of conned a few of them into thinking that they are part of a prophecy that has only recently been recontextualized by Eldo, the seer, as he's calling himself now. They have convinced Tura, a Brickborn explorer, to lead them into the depths of the pit of Oshtar, where it is said, in addition to great treasures below, there is also a pool one can bathe themselves in to become permanently immune to being charmed. And I do want to point that out, is that is not something that is just for this situation. you could be a party that is immune to being charmed, which is kind of a cool thing. Could be useful in general. So, dragons went down. They actually spoke to one of the denizens of this place, the Blue Eyes of Oshtar, a mummy with sapphires embedded in his eye sockets. Sapphires with a strange eye symbol, which they see all over the place. It seems like eyes are a big deal down here in the pit, as evidenced by all of the eye symbols. A giant illusory eye that was watching them when they were in a chamber, as well as zombie beholders and zombie gazers who sort of rose out of the pit as they sort of stood over it, preparing to descend around a long, sort of winding staircase that's been sort of dug into the stone. Anything else to mention from last time? Everyone but Tongart drank some mead that magically appeared, an offer of hospitality by the Blue Eyes of Oshtar. They've been told that the Red Eyes and the Green Eyes are people they should kill, that the Blue Eyes would appreciate that, and they've basically been told they can take whatever they want from down there, provided they do so. Lord Buku fell hard, but was... Oh, hey now. Hey, I think it's more the other way around. Yes, Lord Buku, who is typically a very small, well, technically medium-sized, but is a much smaller dragon than the others, in this place, kind of being formed into a medium-sized dragonborn is really, really kind of wearing it well. And Shishu she's quite taken with him, to the consternation of her brother Elon. And I will say... one of the Elon, who literally during a fight with a zombie beholder last week, Elon moved to get between the two of them like a parent sitting in the middle of the couch, like a chaperone. Yes, just everyone's gonna be this distance from each other. So a lot of fun things going on. They are standing here at the precipice amidst all these destroyed aberration corpses, looking down at this sort of pool. They've convinced Tura to continue coming with them, as she could just stay here and get killed by undead on her own. Tura is not happy to be here. Especially when she kind of has realized that you all seem like you sort of are teenagers or young adults, and she's just not about it. Your current hoard is 25,631 platinum pieces, only 89,370 to go before you hit level 7. And before we jump into the game for this evening, I'm going to read tonight's invocation. What I love about doing these invocations classic style is I just get to say the things that are truly closest to my heart. Like I'm kind of not going to specific references. I'm setting the overall tone of the domains of dread as I see them. I couldn't take it any longer, Lord, I was crazed. And then the feeling came upon me like a tidal wave. I started swearing to my God and on my mother's grave that I would love you till the end of time. I swore that I would love you till the end of time. Complete the song if you'd like. So, dragons, you stand here at this precipice. Long descending staircase sort of built in, so it kind of has that slowly kind of slowly narrowing is this passage as the sort of staircase continues, kind of boring into the full size. A bit of a taper down below, but with your eyes you can only see about 60 feet into the darkness. Tura will I think Tura even had mentioned, but Tura will sort of indicate she has not ventured into this pit. She's roughly been where you all are now. She's kind of come and looked at the pit. She hasn't gone all the way up to the edge of it, but she's sort of seen down here, but she felt this was just too risky to come down, too risk for not enough reward for their purposes, so she did not. She was gonna wait, yeah, but like she said she'd get you here and then let you, yeah. She did, yes. So the point is she is more telling you she does not know, she can offer you no further guidance as to directions, yes. Understood. Very good. So, Lord Buku, you are walking down confidently. Understood. Sort of well, this is a very narrow, like it's probably only like 3 feet wide, so this is a really narrow kind of spiral staircase you're going down. You can certainly have someone like pass you along that, but you cannot go two abreast. Yes. Wonderful. All right. So actually, yeah. So our marching order is Buku, XigXag. Understood. You'll bring up the rear. Tura will, I guess, go right before you. So we have Buku, XigXag, Elon, Shishu, Tura, Tangard. Wonderful. All right, Buku. Well, if you begin walking down this passage, what, Lord Buku, is your passive perception, just for no reason? Cool. Lord Buku, as you go kind of like a quarter sort of turn, kind of descending, you stare down, you still having descended, 30, 40 feet, you still just see nothing but inky blackness below. And unless anyone is, Tongard is kind of glowing softly, but, because Tura is wearing her sort of gold mask, so none of you have a lamp out, is that correct? Yeah, you have 60 feet of dark vision, so you can kind of, it is all black and white. But so as you're sort of walking down, you smell many undead, but from where you are right now, you do still smell one elemental. I think you remember you smelled one elemental last time. There is nothing else that you would smell from here. Okay. But Lord Buku, with a 17, you do notice that in the rock about 5-6 feet ahead of where you are, the rock sort of shifts slightly, and there's this small orb. Kind of, there's no light for it to glisten in, but you do see kind of a shifting, slimy thing kind of around this orb. You see kind of some kind of, smaller circle within a lighter area. This looks like a much smaller and, what is your passive investigation? What would that be? This looks like a smaller and non-illusory eyeball that is kind of stuck to some sort of kind of tendons and such things, and it's kind of just nestled in the wall, and it's kind of turning and glancing at all of you. Okay. Your superpower smelling does not tell you like a specific. It just kind of tells you how many are in a range. But if you would like to, why don't you just make a perception check to try to perceive it? With a 16, you certainly see what he's talking about, although you and Buku both notice that as you've sort of paused, it has like sort of like sucked itself almost back towards the wall. You can still see the slight bulge, but the lid has closed over it. It's like the size of a baseball. It's on the wall, and it seemed to be like maybe like protruding from the wall on these kind of sticky tendons of ropey material. They kind of like had protruded out a bit, and now it's kind of slucked back in, and the same material seems to be wrapping the front of it. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you have some arrows. You could pretty easily affix a thing. I will say with your passive perception, you don't seem to see it move or anything from inside of that kind of boundary that you've done. In response to this, you all do hear a voice, kind of like echoing up from sort of below or echoing from around, and the voice sort of says, "Master. Do any of you speak deep speech? I know you do, but does anybody else have? Yeah, I know you'll understand it. In kind of like a frightening, almost sing-songy way, a voice just said, "I still see you." Oh, hold on. I think we're having a little. Guys, give me 1 second here. So sorry on Twitch. Is that been the whole time? It was operating a second ago when we started. Try it again, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Everybody, that
Howdy,
worked.
howdy.
I think we have audio for them.
Hello.
I can hear it. I can hear us now on the stream.
Okay, what did you hear? Was it
It was only you. I can hear
the
us
whole
all.
time?
I mean, I just unmuted a minute ago.
Oh, crazy. Okay, sorry about that.
I think it's
yes,
working. Yeah.
it's working now. Sorry, I think it. I'll be honest. I'm using these AirPod things, and occasionally other devices will turn on and break the sync with the compute. It's happened several times. So sorry if it. I apologies. If that's been the whole time. So sorry about that.
It's okay. None of us really said anything of note.
I am so mad at you right now.
I
said so many amazing
I
things.
A lot of great
D&D in that. I completely won it. So
There was a lot. Yeah, you
Really?
won D&D. No, you guys everyone had, I think it was like your top 10 funniest jokes any of you have said were earlier this session. And the worst part is they haven't even been recorded. But hopefully maybe somebody heard some of it early on, whatever. I don't know. If not, many apologies. Yes, definitely let us know. I'm not looking at chat, so thank you to the players who see that and let me know this. Because I have 9,000 windows open on my computer. Okay.
yeah. So I say it's peekaboo. So do you like what you see?
There is no response.
I just look at Elon really weird.
It's important to have confidence, Buku. I don't know if you understand that.
That just seemed very.
Totally.
I think he does.
No, I get it. It just seemed rather inappropriate for the
You see, confidence comes
current
from within.
context.
Anyway, I'm not gonna explain it all. What color was that eye that we saw?
You cannot tell.
Aegean
You are in
blue.
dark vision.
Oh,
Wow, we only see things in shades of gray.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like
I'd say probably like a lavender, maybe a teal.
Do we have? Oh my god.
I answered in case you were wondering. I think Like a lavender or teal.
No, I
perhaps?
heard you. No, I definitely heard you.
A lavender or teal. Oh man.
Cool.
Yeah, I understand that those are easily mixed up as well.
Do we have a light? Do we have any? Can we just see?
You
I just
do
want to
have a
see
torch.
what.
You could light a torch. Tura will suggest against it, but you definitely.
Okay, I think that's fine. We don't need to know. We don't need to know what color it was.
I mean, we have to deal with everything but blue.
So,
right?
and remind me too, right? Like I remember the green eyes was secrets, right?
The
Says
green
the
eyes
secrets,
seemed to be yes.
and the red eyes was power.
Yes.
No, blue eyes was power.
Red eyes were desire.
Yeah.
Red eyes were desire. That's right.
And
That's right.
And emotion, anger as well.
Emotion.
Passion, as it were.
Passion. Basically, they were
Passion.
passion. They were passion. Blue was power, and green was sort of secret, and green actually was also desire, was like wanting, but not of a passionate kind, of a more plotting kind.
More of a jealousy kind of thing, maybe?
Envy, I believe, would be the word you're looking for.
So
Like a longing.
longing is a primo term for it. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good about. I like feelings. Like, I was always told I was really good about feelings. So.
Just because you dye your scales black and try to paint your nails black doesn't mean you're more emotional than the rest of us.
What are you talking about?
Just saying, like, I know that whole emo thing was a bit there for a minute, but
Lord Bukabazan, if I've led you under some false circumstances, this is just the color of my scales, as I am made of obsidian. I have not done any sort of painting here to sort of achieve this look.
Tura is
It's
like
rude, man.
raising up her gold mask and just rubbing.
Not there's
her
anything wrong with
rocky
that. You do
temples
you.
At this point, she'll put it back down
All right.
and say,
Let's keep going.
"Is this a conversation we should have standing on the precipice of a pit of unknown depth?"
Well, I mean, we
guess
gotta,
push ahead, push
You know, when you say it like that,
If I suppose, I still think we should try to be stealthy, but if one of you wishes to ignite a torch, you
no.
can do so. They clearly
Let's
know we're
sneak.
here.
No, I like sneaking. No, I like to sneak around.
I'm gonna change my chameleon skin to be the color of this hallway.
Understood, kind of.
could
Yeah, or just
cast a
kind of
spell and
wait
the
a
whole
second.
place
Wait a
will light
second,
up
Shishu.
completely.
Shishu, you can change yourself to whatever color you lack, right?
Yes.
All right. Can you just be in view of the eye? Can you go blue? And can you go red? And can you go green?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's interesting.
I mean, I don't know if it'll be the exact shade, but maybe we'll hit on some sort of target there.
All right, so you're going to remove your thing from the eye.
is that what?
Remove the blanket?
Sure.
Can I peek under and see what color the eye is, or is
So
it too
it's
dark?
all
Cannot
you
see
see is
it.
black and white because it's in when there's no light and you're using your dark vision, all you see is like a black and white. It's kind of like it's almost like imagine it's night vision, That's kind of the idea. You can't see the different colors, but if you pull it back, you do see that it really just kind of almost looks like half an orb like embedded in the stone. You probably wouldn't notice it unless it was out and open and looking, but since you know it's there, you kind of do see this kind of orb, and there is like a kind of, it's very like creased sort of weird material. Shishu, if you put your hand next to it, I want you to roll a flat charisma check.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that's
moment,
kind of like
please.
art and sort of color theory.
Art and color theory is definitely charisma.
Okay.
Oh dear.
It's like performance.
8.
You keep making your hand like because you can put your hand next to it and have your hand be the same shade of gray that it is. You can put your hand next to it and say be blue, and then your hand becomes like a beautiful like Instagram cause it's like baby blue, or you could make your hand be millennial pink or whatever it is you want. But those are not even, and you kind of have you can't tell. You have no sense.
Am I trying to match the eye to maybe make it less judgy of us?
No, we're just trying to figure out which color it was.
Although that, I mean, that's not a bad idea, Shishu. I don't think that could hurt. You know, at least as
All
we
right,
pass
I'm
here.
just gonna put myself out there, you guys, and just like turn myself emerald green and just see what happens with the eye.
Emerald green, you would be. It's like chroma level versus, you know, I'm thinking of the hex codes here. You look lighter in shade than what you see there as an emerald green.
I think he's doing it to see what reaction the eye will have to that color.
The eye is
right?
closed. The eye is currently like it's like a lid is closed on this eye, and it's just
It's not even peeking.
not even peeking.
All right, well then
Can you
let's
like
go.
open
Let's
the
just
lid?
keep sneaking down, you guys.
XigXag, if you're recommending this, someone could attempt to peel the eye open. Sure.
Well,
I'm not recommending. I'm just bringing
you know,
up the idea.
I feel like we should just tippy toe past.
Okay.
yeah.
Can
I'll
I
put the
push
cloth back
myself
up.
in front of Buku? Because he keeps stopping for stuff.
What?
Except one time. So XigXag's
Go
gonna
for it.
try to take the lead
Yeah.
now. Okay, cool.
one strike and you're out, Buku. Apparently.
So now
I know that was the game we were playing.
So now Elon, the only thing that separates Buku from Shishu in this order is you.
Great.
XigXag will continue down, and actually XigXag with your 21, you in fact pretty quickly see that there are weird spheres like within the rock, and some of them even like on the steps, kind of like on like the back, you know, like the forward facing part of a step here or there, about every 15 to 20 feet. With a perception check of 20, you can see them even when they're closed, not when they're sort of when they're looking up out at you all. And as you kind of go down, you do see with your dark vision range of 60 feet, kind of before things just fall off into total darkness. You will periodically notice one down below, you know, kind of like 60 feet or so, and once you get more within like 50 feet, it hovers back into the wall. But these eyes seem to be everywhere.
Do I have any idea what they are doing? Can you roll insight on eyes?
You may roll insight on eyes.
Philip,
Yo.
just for mental image here,
Yeah.
is it basically like the hands in the pit in Labyrinth, but with eyes?
Yes, that's not it's imagine that, but imagine a Dianoga eye from Star Wars is like what's sticking out.
So much
like-
more upsetting than I had been envisioning.
It's just kind of like
18.
with an 18, I'll say that's you. I mean, with some confidence, you feel that these eyes are keeping track of your progress and position as you go down.
Do I have a feeling that it would be a very bad idea trying to blind these eyes? Like with a dagger?
With an 18, I cannot speak to that.
Okay.
You don't
Maybe I
sense.
just want-
You haven't seen one of the eyes open up close, so you're really not sure. But
Fine, I don't experiment. Just keep going.
understood. So as you guys continue on down this winding stair, because you switched XigXag to the front, which really pisses me off. With another 20, XigXag, you do pause as one of the steps. Yeah, but 20 is the DC's point. XigXag, you notice that on a step there is a very subtle sigil etched. It is an eye symbol, but it seems to be more of like a special magical sigil type thing.
Ooh, it's like possibly exploding. Who is the Arcana expert in here?
Oh,
Is it Tanya?
do you need my help?
No, I think we just step over it. I mean, to be honest, I feel like just step
Buku
over it.
could probably help.
Ella and Shush.
Just-
Buku,
or we
just
just
look
step
at that
over it.
sigil over there. Tell me if it's gonna
Elon is
explode.
literally the spellcaster in the group.
Yeah, but no. The thing is though, my spells just kind of come naturally to me, right? Like I don't have to think. Like I don't really study. Like
Yeah,
to be
you don't
honest,
think.
Are you
We get that.
proficient in
studying,
Arcana?
it's kind of for dweebs. I mean, come on.
If you wanted to step up there and check it out, I'll hang out with Buku back
I'm
here.
just gonna step over it because that's what my
No,
instincts tell me.
If he tries to step over it, I either to stop him or back off.
All right.
I put an arm out as he tries to pass. I'm
and again,
look.
you all are on, and I really do just want to mention, you are all on a 3-foot wide, precarious thing.
Go
that
ahead.
you're all kind of
Go
going
ahead,
down
Buku.
and,
No, go ahead. Do your thing, buddy.
I just stop him and it's like, we should be careful. Your sister would be quite sad if something untoward happened to you.
I mean, sure.
Yes.
All right,
We don't want you to blow up.
I will make my way forward and slowly pass XigXag, uncomfortably close, and then I will examine
I can
this.
just pace myself to the wall, so squish to the wall.
It's uncomfortable for me.
Understood.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
You got
Arcana,
Arcana.
29.
It's a really high number. So
It's a good roll.
sometimes the point of certain kind of dungeons is to avoid the parts of the dungeons. You, with absolute confidence, see that there is a symbol created by the symbol spell that has been placed here. This could have a rather powerful effect, although they are also, I just realized it's supposed to be it's not perception, it's investigation, so I gave you that one for free. Oh well. I gave XigXag that for free, but the point is you have now noted it. So Buku, yes.
Decent investigation.
Is it a 20?
18.
Oh, you have not
18,
actually
the passive.
passives. Actually, between that and the percent, I'll actually never mind. I'll give that to you. When they're both that high, that's fine. Yes, you but you do notice that this is a symbol. So someone has basically put a tremendous amount of magical energy into a trap that, were someone to fulfill its conditions, it is going to trigger, or you could somehow dispel it if that is an option that you all have.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't really.
We'll relay that.
I don't really. Alan, do you have that sort of ability? I haven't really ever needed.
No,
to
it's kind of like over my ability level.
And normally I'm able to just sort of absorb damage before. I haven't really had to think about dispelling it.
Yeah, you and Lord Buku, you are aware that it is a 7th level spell.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Whatever degree, of
I
getting
see.
is necessary. Elon does actually have an effect that can turn off spells, but they have to be below.
Oh, that's right. I do.
But they have to be at a certain level, and I will say, because of your 29, you can convey the magical ability, because I don't believe your DC is 17 yet for your spellcasting, Elon.
I'm sorry, say that again.
What is your DC for your spellcasting?
My DC, I believe,
Should be 16, I'd imagine.
well, I don't know. I mean, let's not jump to conclusions here. It is. Yeah, it's 16.
So unfortunately, it is one too high for you to use your once per short rest breath upon it. Also with a 29. You can. You are aware that simply stepping on, like, a lot of times it is just if you don't step on it, it won't trigger, but occasionally they will do it almost like an alarm spell, where if any creature larger than blank passes over this symbol, it's not necessarily going to be like literal physical contact.
Well, what if we were to sort of hang down the side and shimmy past? Is that something that that might work?
How big does it take up the whole?
Well, maybe you should
staff,
look.
or is it-
Maybe you could look to see, like, is there like a pressure plate or like something? You know, like is there something mechanical? I mean, I don't really know.
It's not
That's
mechanical. It's magical.
You want to throw a rock on it?
Yeah, do I have anything of some kind of substantial weight I can just toss on this thing and see if I can set it off?
They've given
I
you
mean, the
both.
trigger
Yeah,
might
you
not.
can-
Okay,
Before you do that, I'm moving up the stairs.
Well, there's a
I'm
lot of
doing
people
30 feet
between
away.
you and that, so a lot of people have to move up the stairs for that to
No,
happen.
that's fine. We'll all kind of like, we'll back it up 30 feet.
Look, I understand vaguely what this is comprised of, but the specifics of what it does, I'm not sure, nor what triggers it.
You got it, but no, you got it, buddy. You got it. Confidence.
Cool. Yes, I'm gonna back up as well. Let's say I'm gonna try and give it 20 feet of space.
Okay.
And toss something of
You
some
toss
substantial
kind of
weight.
rock or thing. I do actually need you to make, because you're sort of throwing it kind of down at this thing. Go ahead and just make a like ranged attack roll. If your acrobatics is higher than that for any reason, you could use that instead.
That's just dex, right? So
Just-
20.
It's just dex plus proficiency. With a 20, you do manage to throw, kind of your weird eyeball-sized object at this. You hear it bounce off the stone, bounce off a couple more stones, and then plummet down into the dark. Again, a voice echoes up from below, speaking in a language only Elon can understand. Very clever. I know the password. The rest of you just hear.
I mean, I wish I could speak back to him. He says he
Sounds
knows the
cranky.
password.
Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah. Maybe if you just would ask.
What's the name of the god here?
Oshtar.
Oscar?
I say Oshta at the thing.
Silence greets you.
Right.
I have Oshta.
Sesame?
Man,
Sesame?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Did that work?
Did it work?
Nothing.
I don't think it worked. No.
Maybe you said it wrong. Maybe it's Oshter? Like, say it like the locals with
O-
their
Oshta? Is it-
Oshter?
Oshtar.
It's the
I'm
word.
s- Your-
Oshtar.
It is
Your
Oshtar.
pronunciation, it's so good.
Or
Oshta. Oshta. Oshta.
I'm gonna drop.
Oshta.
Philip, I'm gonna drop down the side, like into the pit where I'm starting to hang on the ledge.
Okay.
You gotta be careful.
Tura
No,
is
no.
very worried to see you doing that. You're also at the way back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna start trying to shimmy my
Whoa,
way.
wait.
forward.
Before
Tura's
no,
like-
get back up.
Tura does
back
not
up, get
like
back up.
this plan. She's worried you're going to plummet.
Yeah.
How deep is the
Is there
bottom
any-
of-
Is there
oh,
any? Sorry. Is there any are there any railings,
None.
hooks, or rings? Nothing.
It is a
Just steps.
it is a
Look.
endless step down situation.
Look, friends, I think we have to get past this thing one way or another, and we don't have a tool to alleviate this. So we just gotta take a risk one way or another. Whether that's hanging down here like me and shimmying past, just one of us stepping over it and seeing what happens.
Tura,
Or we
can you
could-
please get back up from there?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel. I
I'll
mean,
climb
at the
back.
very
But
least, we
thank
could
God, come
anchor a rope or something.
You could
Right,
attempt
couldn't
something.
Or I
we-
could just step over it. I'm not afraid of it.
I mean, can you like summon a creature or something?
Hey, could Frank try something? Maybe Frank recognizes it or does something, or I don't know.
Frank's a little. How
don't
do I
know.
put this? Frank, I'm not worried about. Frank's cage, however, a little less secure than Frank. Nope, I'm not gonna put you in there. Don't worry, buddy. If you go, I go. Okay.
But what if we just
The
have
Quasit just
Frank
like
over that
notices
thing?
you calling it. The Quasit does not really speak your language. Knows you're calling it the wrong name. Quasit is just muttering slightly. Just looks out the cage and just goes.
Ooh.
Bad
Uh,
attitude.
You're so
says-
sweet. I mean, look how cute he is.
Oh,
Just-
man.
Endless. It's really adorable. You know. They think that he thinks he's speaking words. It's so cute.
He thinks he's people.
He thinks he's people. Oh, hilarious.
He thinks she's people.
Adorable.
Frank at this point will just in anger just goes and sits directly under like the molten rock that is constantly pouring out of the eyes in his cage to torment him, just to like not, just to experience something other than the pain of listening to all of you natter on in
So
whatever
rough.
language you have. Poor Quasit. So Shishu has offered to simply go across. Tura just thinks this is dangerous, but understands the benefit of potentially someone doing it. And also Elon has suggested there is a password, but has no means of communicating with this weird voice that has been
Oh, well,
sort of...
Elon, if there's a password, I might not be able to even get past it without a password. It might not even be I would get hurt. I just wouldn't be able to get past it.
My hunch is it's more like it hurts you kind of deal.
I mean, it's kind of gilding the lily, isn't it? To have a password and it hurts you.
But the password maybe turns it off. Turns off the.
Oh,
Did anybody try password?
Ooh.
Master Lissa, can
Or
you speak
0,
this
1,
language?
2, 3, 4.
I cannot. No. The only one who knows more anything beyond draconic and Sylvan, I believe, is Elan.
Understood.
Tura's
Elon,
like, I know
what if
some-
you just talk to that voice in draconic? Maybe it can understand.
I mean, that's all I'm speaking. So yeah, that's all I know. So I would assume password. Let us go. Open. Deactivate.
Tura actually kind of like not muscles forward, but kind of just like leans forward and starts speaking a bunch of just old words and deity names. She'll just give it a
Tura,
try.
please. We're trying to free this trap here. I mean,
What if
raspberry.
Salisbury, yes.
Automobile. Is that it's a thing I've read about in a book. I don't know if you guys have played Humans. It's a fun game.
Could
Phoenix feather.
Phoenix feather. I don't know. That was a good guess. So I like that
so
one.
relevant earlier. Tongart, you're kind of back there with Tura. Would you just roll a d12 for me?
Sure. 11.
That's so heartbreakingly close to her just saying the relevant word as the password. That's all.
Would you say it's 1 under?
Yep, it's 1 under. Throw it up, everyone. But to those of you who don't know, because that's a completely different game, we have an emote called Missed by 1, which I will click over and use right now. Yep, that was literally one off.
Just
I
short
said I'd give
version
it
is
1/12.
I had a DC 50 to make to succeed at something, and I hit a 49.
That was really on brand.
Whoa.
Not a great.
Very on brand.
Yeah.
In any case, what is the plan, game?
Well, look, not to sort of step on anyone's toes up there. Metaphorically, I'm not gonna make my way up there. I think maybe our friend here has a suggestion or two that might. They are sort of from here. They might know more about.
I've tried calling out some passwords. I haven't seen any effect. I don't know.
Try some more.
Sheesh, I think you should just try jumping over it.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, Tonga,
Well, I mean,
I like your idea, but like, the thing is if it doesn't go well and it hurts you, then you're gonna fall.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point, Alon. So yeah, and Shishu, I got you. If anything goes wrong, I'll be able to fix you up.
Thank you so much.
You got this. You got this.
I'm very uncomfortable with you risking yourself in this situation, but I know
you-
how
you-
strong that you are incapable.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You can,
No, there's no one. There's no
that's-
one more
that's
able
so
to do this
chivalrous
than
of you,
Shishu.
Lord
So
Buku. You're absolutely right.
You guys
Sheesh,
done?
just stand back. Buku's gonna go ahead and do it for us.
I'm just gonna lean forward to Jura while the others just sort of kind of whispers like they're just sort of working through like a new dynamic that I feel like they just kind of need to suss out. Don't worry, we're a functional group. I want you to understand that when it comes down to it, we'll get the job done.
This seems.
But this is a new thing that they're just sort of working through, and I feel like I just gotta sit back and let them work through it.
Tonguard's so well balanced.
I know, he really is.
So
I
Shishu's
feel like
going to
Concord
try.
had a lot of therapy as a young wormling.
So basically, you guys are all currently about like 20 to 30 feet, all bunched up above this thing. And Shishu, you shifted around. Shishu and Buku got to pass one another as well. And Shishu, you're going to go down to it and walk.
And what
over
is
the
it?
wall.
What does it look like again? It like looks like a sigil. It's glowing.
It looks like a.
I'd
It
like
is
to
not
try
glowing. In fact,
something.
you can't even notice it.
Is
But
there
okay.
something
but
I could
XigXag
try?
saw it. XigXag wants to try something first. Go ahead, XigXag.
Yeah. Could I? Is there a way that I could pry one of these eyeballs out of the wall and throw that one on the sigil?
You can do that if you want to.
Look,
Go ahead
it's about as
and-
good. It's best. It's not any worse than any other idea we come up with.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and if you're going to try to grab an eyeball and pry it out of the wall, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. 17.
A 17. You begin to pull on it, and the sort of like elastic kind of connective tissue from the back of it, you hear it like kind of like squelching and straining as you pull. The eyeball is actually resisting you, trying not to be pulled out. And it rolls a 17 on the die. It has a -1 to its strength, so it is a 16. So you actually do manage, as you're pulling it, the eyeball, like the eye goes very wide and sort of frightened looking, and you rip it out. A voice in deep speech says, "Oh, that's very naughty." So you get that, Elon. The rest of you
But
get.
I don't understand it.
You are holding
Yes.
it. The eyeball is sort of blinking, sort of like slowly, kind of as if like last flutters of life are leaving it.
Quickly before it dies, you want it
Yeah,
to be
I
living.
toss it over the sigil, on the sigil.
You toss it down to the sigil. You're what, 20 feet away? Make a
Well-
ranged.
I can move up. Yeah, I don't want to move up too close.
So are you gonna
Yeah,
are you gonna
sure,
kind of do
range.
it from where you are? Just roll a ranged attack.
Okay, range attack. Like, how do I calculate that?
It's just your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Ooh,
So it'll be 3 plus whatever your dex score is.
it's a 12.
A 12. You throw it roughly there. It doesn't seem to have any effect on it. I will, however, say, XigXag, I don't think this has any chance, but I'm going to roll it anyway. Well, I mean, it's a +1. XigXag, is your armor class 17?
18.
Oh wait, it's actually not. Shoot, it's not even that. XigXag. So basically, as you do this, the rest of you sort of see that out of that hole, more of that material is just kind of taking itself out, and it tries to shove XigXag off of the platform. Kind of just like a tendril that just kind of goes and kind of pushes. So XigXag, I need you to make a contested. You can use acrobatics or athletics, but it has rolled a number. I will tell you what number it is in a moment. I said something aloud, but that was when I was thinking one thing, something else. This
Can
will
I
be a contested track.
try and grab her to help steady her?
If she falls, you can attempt a reaction like of a dex save situation or something.
13.
13 is actually under because it actually only had a 15 since it would have been a -1, not a +1 for an attack. So yes, you see XigXag kind of a slightly off balance, having thrown this other little like this gross tendril of this stuff just kind of reaches out and shoves, and XigXag off balance begins to fall. Lord Buku, you're going to try to grab XigXag. Please make a dexterity saving throw as you try to just grab her. You are basically the one who's next to her. You're the only one who can even do this.
That's unfortunate. 13.
With a 13, I will say that you pull XigXag enough. XigXag, you can make your own dexterity saving throw as you are sort of falling, but Lord Buku has gotten some hand on you. Your fall is slightly slowed.
Please come back. Please come back. I don't want to fall either.
Yes, that's a 5.
A 5. XigXag goes over the
Damn.
edge. Lord Buku, you're trying to grab. XigXag's falling. Chura, seeing this, as kind of da-da-da-da-da-da-da plays,
Yeah.
Chura jumps off the side, wraps the whip around nothing, kind of just the air, and Chura swings down and grabs XigXag. Chura also has to roll for this, though.
Yeah, being an explorer is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Oh no.
I'm so dead.
Until it's not.
Was meant to be.
It's very middling. It's below what I thought it would be needed. So yes, Chura manages to grab you, but then it sort of is falling. So actually, I'm going to say it will function like this instead. Chura tries to grab you. You guys sort of fall. Chura realizes what's happened in this kind of clunky attempt. Is throwing you both back towards these stones. But the two of you hit the exact step where this symbol is. And as soon as the two of you kind of swipe onto that, landing on it, this is actually a much worse situation. Because Lord Buku, you know that the range of this is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
With
I knew
29.
that.
Sorry, I would have told you that earlier, but
It wasn't applicable. I get it.
yeah,
It wasn't like none of us were backing up 60 feet from this.
that's actually your full view
And-
anyway. So
Yeah.
this is a much worse situation. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that is not what I expected you to ask for.
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, Chura makes
Oh no.
Oh no.
I rolled a nat one.
So did I.
Me too.
Philip,
you rolled that one.
Who rolled a nat one? Who rolled a nat one? Oh,
Oh, that's improbable.
That's insane. Okay, what does that get you all to? And then Tongart, what are you?
I have an important question to ask.
Yeah.
I know that we are in a domain of dread. I know that it doesn't affect us, but I did just roll a natural 13. I don't know if that affects any of the other games on this channel.
It affects it.
Red clock.
It's a 9, baby. Aha!
9.
For those
We
of
all
you
die.
who watch, Blood for the
So that's a
Stone-
21.
Okay.
Just gonna watch you all die. This
well-
is gonna be awful for
Well,
me.
it's good. Hi, Shishu. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
We're all gonna
hey,
die.
Shishu, we're just all dying. Nothing big.
Because I stepped on it. Because I really
Nope.
stepped in it, didn't
You
I?
did
No,
not.
I just said
No,
we
no,
should have
it
just
was-
jumped
it was
over
me.
it.
Nope, it was me.
Strangely, this is not your fault.
You know, I feel like maybe
18.
An 18.
A 10 on the die.
Okay, great.
18.
Did XigXag, Buku, or Elon, despite that, did any of you roll, like what are your what did you get to with your nat ones?
9.
8.
10.
8, 9, 10.
So you've all failed by 10 or more. Okay.
Ooh.
This is going to be so much more crippling than I'd ever dreamed or whatever. I almost feel bad about this, but it's a domain of dread. So,
oh my god.
Shishu, Tongart, you have succeeded. So you only take half damage of the sort of necrotic energy that wipes across here. You are going to take it's not that bad. You're going to take 11 points of damage.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Shishu, Lord Buku, Elon, and XigXag, you all take 22 points of damage. And then
Okay.
XigXag, Elon, and Lord Buku scream in agony as their eyeballs are ripped out of their sockets. You still see through them for a few moments as they hang in air over the pit. And then, as if animated with their own ability, you lose a connection to them, and the 6 eyeballs fly down.
Oh no. Oh no. Everyone just stay calm.
I really didn't think the likelihood of multiple dragons rolling 10 or below on a Constitution saving throw was likely. I did not think that.
Wait, so this is
Don't
not.
worry.
This is,
Don't
I'm
make no
sorry,
drag won't be that bad.
This is inconvenient.
So this was not started by Shishu jumping.
No.
No, this was started by
No.
XigXag ripped an eyeball out, and then the eye jelly tried to push XigXag and succeeded, and no one could catch XigXag, and
Just
then Chura
cavalcade of failure is what happened while you.
This
It was a lot of
sounds like a farce.
Okay, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, I just sort of saw what happened to y'all.
Well, why can't I see?
It's just.
What's
a
going
lot-
on here?
I think something real bad just happened to you all.
Oh no, it's Ravto
And,
Okafoy. Ravto Okafoy is back. I will say, as this happens, you cannot see anything, but you do hear a voice. You all hear deep speech rumbling, but Elon, you understand it to say, "Oh, thanks for the new friends. Thanks for the new toys."
Well, I think something very bad has happened to you all, but I believe if we get down
Take
there,
off my crown and lay down.
we can maybe get your eyes back, and then maybe I can help reconnect them.
Chura will say, This is a bad place to go."
This is
Did Elder's prophecy
understatement.
say anything about this? Okay.
I think we need to get to that pit, drink those waters.
We need to keep going.
Let's go. Hold hands, everybody. Think positive thoughts.
Shishu, you're up near the front. You might have to take the lead now.
Okay.
And, I'll stay here in the back. And we can.
Elon, get up. Elon, get up. We're going.
Frank, are you okay, Frank?
Frank is
Talk to me.
Frank is laughing so hard right now. Frank is like, Elon, you took the crown off, right?
Oh God, he sounds like he's in pain.
So Elon
Is
doesn't
he all
hear it.
right?
What Frank is saying is like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. But no one can understand him at this moment. I will actually say, I'm going to give this. I would like for XigXag, Elon, and Lord Buku to all please make another Constitution saving throw for me. I think that's the appropriate thing for this because I assume you're all proficient, so you'll get the extra bonus.
14, rolling good.
14, okay.
17.
17. 16. The DC I had in my brain was 15, but just let's not be a dick about this and we'll make it 14 for the moment, my god. You are dragons. You are used to having some degree of blind sight. I am going to give each of you a rather pitiful, but hopefully somewhat useful, 5 feet of blind sight. So, though you are blinded, you all have enough sense to, be able to smell and just generally feel a little bit around you.
Okay, so grab my hand.
All right, everyone. Everything is going to be.
Jed, that was so upsetting looking.
Everything is going to be all right. And while like everyone's kind of like stating stuff like Philip, I'm just going to go ahead and like cast calm emotions on myself.
Tongart.
Does anybody have cure vision?
Tongart, as you do that, this entire pit lights up.
Well.
What's going on?
Yes,
Feels different.
XigXag, Lord Buku, and Elon have no sense of that. Chura just kind of...
I mean, honestly, I don't know that it can get much worse. I'll be honest.
I will say that for those 3 who can see, Tongart, Shishu, and Tura, you do see some of these eyes sort of sunk into the stone as if kind of like, they have a pinkish purplish color to them. Is the color of it. They look kind of like Ivan Ooze. It's like that color. Anyone who saw the Power Rangers movie.
Deeply upsetting.
So they have that sort of like, and that kind of slimy quality.
Well, all right.
Oh no.
Let's make our way down there and let's find which we're missing and get you all set back up.
Gonna find your eyeballs.
And, you know,
Yes.
this is just a chapter of adversity in the story of y'all's greatness. I'm sure you will overcome this.
It's a temporary setback. And listen, you have to go through some adversity if you're going to influence, you know? You have to have something to life experience to influence on. So I think you guys are in shock. Just follow me. And keep
All right,
going.
Sheesh, come on.
So
come on.
you lead them down. Now for our three sort of blinded characters, you actually like walking just down a few steps is disorienting at first, but again with your experience as dragons, you do gain that kind of like very narrow halo of blind sight around it. So
And
you
you
don't
can
feel
put
like
your hand on the wall.
you can
and
put your hand on the wall,
just-
but like you don't even need to. You can feel the wall without feeling it. You can't feel further than that. But like basically what this means is melee attacks will actually not have advantage on you. Ranged ones still will. But like when someone's like right up against you, you'll be able to know where they are, and kind of it will just be a standard situation. So you all go down. Shishu, you are now in the lead.
Yes.
Why don't you just make a perception check for me to see kind of the things you see as you go down.
Okay. So 19 on the die.
Great. Should be a 21.
Yes, 21.
So, and actually, all of you who can still see it do notice that now that this thing is lit up, it looks like this pit descends just another, like 100, 120 feet from sort of where you had this experience. Tongart.
As we're making our way, just a quick question. I still have my regeneration, right?
You do.
Okay, so I'll probably be healed by the time we get down there.
Yeah. Don't rub it in, but yes, you will. Now, I will also say, Shishu, with that roll, you are fairly confident that that symbol is halfway up this pit.
So we're halfway there.
Yes, and you've now kind of continue on, but you now seen to the bottom thanks to Tongart sort of casting that spell. You do see that you guys are about halfway there. So you're sort of leading them. You don't notice any symbols yourself as you carry on down, but you do see many more eyes, all of which are kind of like looking up, but now the eyes are just open in the sockets, kind of able to see more with the sort of brightness. Most of them close as you come near. And eventually you find yourself descending towards a sort of dark stone platform at the bottom, and there seems to be a large door on one side and a passage leading out the other side.
You guys, look, we're on a dark stone platform now.
Well, I'm
There's
sorry,
a
what do you
large
want me to do?
door
You want
with
me
a
to-
passage.
You want me
What
to
are we-
look at something?
Are we looking?
Do you see my
Uh,
eyes somewhere?
Well, now that we're down here, XigXag, I mean, this is maybe a weird question, but it's just something that may... Can you smell your eyes?
I smell my own eyes.
XigXag, make a
That's a
perception
fair
check.
question.
Your scent is very good.
Like you would know what you smell like?
That's actually a really good point. No, actually, make this survival. Make this survival. And you have smelled yourself in 24 hours, so yes, you can roll this at advantage.
17. Advantage?
Yeah, it's advantage. This is you were within your smelling range.
20.
All right, I will say that with a 20 XigXag as you get down, you do not smell them at present, but as you sort of sniff a bit, you seem to be... Shishu, you see XigXag smelling and kind of and sort of indicating it is the direction of that door that the eyes have gone, not the passageway that is open leading out of this chamber.
Well, looks like we got to go through that door, Shishu.
Yep. I'm gonna go and try to open the door.
The door
Is it locked?
The door is a heavy stone door covered in various like eye iconography. However, Shishu, make another perception check as you walk up to it.
Okay.
Gonna have you roll those.
5.
5. Yeah, just looks like a big stone door kind of thing you'd open, no problem.
What could possibly go wrong with me just opening this door right now, guys?
Actually, real quick, Shishu, let me just scurry on up there just for a second.
Okay.
Before you open the door, I'm just gonna go ahead and just give you a little resistance, and I'll sort of back away.
Ooh, it tickles.
So just in case something goes wrong, you might have a little bit of a second there to help yourself out.
Thank you.
All right. So Shishu, the stone doors, you think that they probably like open inward somehow, but you haven't really noticed anything particular about them. Tongar, you do have a passive of 18, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
You, upon getting close to here, and especially with the light, although the light is now fading since you guys walked down, you know.
Well, I did just cast another spell.
You did, that's right, actually. So they're up again. I keep forgetting that. These doors are coated in a substance pretty similar to the one that you've seen on these eyeballs that seem to be like suffusing, coming in and out of the stone that have kind of taken over this whole place.
Just be careful about touching too much of that slime, Shishu.
Maybe push it with your sword or something.
That's a great idea. I'll do that.
So you're just gonna push the
stab
doors.
the door.
Stab the door, push the doors open. Okay, make an athletics check. I'm gonna up the DC slightly since you're trying to just use a sword, but it won't be a disadvantage or anything.
Oh, I like an athletics check.
I bet you do.
Using my bone cruncher?
Yeah.
At advantage, you said?
Not advantage.
Oh, okay.
Just a regular roll.
14.
With a 14, you sort of push against it, and in fact, your sword does come away with a little bit of like weird goop on it. You also notice at this point, Shishu and Tonga, are you kind of close to her?
Yeah, I backed off a little bit, but I'm still near.
I'll say with your perception, you do see like in like the crevices and thicker parts of this pink stuff, you see a few eyeballs kind of like open that are very much occluded by this thick sort of viscous pink purple substance.
I don't like this at all.
Tongart, can you please make... are you proficient in medicine?
I believe I am. Let me double check that.
don't-
No, I am not.
Okay, then... I guess it would just be an Arcana check, I guess, then.
Okay.
What are you proficient in? Any knowledge things that you're proficient in? This wouldn't be
Nothing that's
religion.
gonna help.
Okay, yeah.
That's nothing that's gonna
So just make it an int check, then.
10.
You're not really sure what's going on. I'm sorry, you guys literally have an explorer with you, and she's one of the ones who can see. Chura will say, I think that this substance can serve as a medium for the eyeballs. They might have sort of been sucked into that slime and moved in there.
So we should follow the slime.
I think perhaps.
Do I recognize any of their eyes as being in the slime?
Make a perception check. XigXag, I'm also going to say that you still are not within, you are still not out of cover of something, but this slime has an aberrative scent to it. You have not picked up any aberrations because I think we said it has to be like not behind total cover, but this weird stuff it's aberration-like with a little bit of undead on top.
Do any of the eyes look like they might fit?
17. Shishu, you do not see any of their eyes. These eyeballs don't appear to really be humanoid.
I
form.
would know Lord Buku's eyes.
I
and my
wonder
brother's
what
eyes.
would
my
happen
God.
if I borrowed one of these eyes.
That is a thing you guys could attempt. Nothing cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Could
don't
be
know.
interesting.
I'm just gonna reach out and touch the slime to see what happens. See, just like one finger into some of the slime.
It is very tacky. But it's not, it's tacky, but it's not like, it doesn't like hold you. It's not like a mimic or something.
Okay.
It's like
And it doesn't hurt me at all.
It doesn't seem to hurt you, no. It seems to kind of just kind of stick on you. But as you sort of pull back from it, you sort of hear a voice speaking that strange language none of you currently understand. And as you glance over, you see that, like, out of a little crevice, there's this just, like, very sort of upsetting, almost yonic kind of, like, slit that begins to, like, open up and speak, and that is the source of that deep speech that you've been hearing. And you do see these little like teeth that are sort of shifting around as it's kind of in just like a crack near the bottom, and it seems to be saying something like, and no one currently understands what it's saying.
I'll put my crown back. I'll put my dumb hat back
You'll
on.
put your dumb hat. Do you think you would have done so before? Like, would you have done so once you got down here, or are you doing it in response to hearing this?
In response to this.
Then I will say that you hear about, you'll hear the end of what was being said, which
Perfect.
seems to be a roughly deep speech equivalent of a girl a drink first.
Mm.
You don't know what caused it, so that has almost even less context
Yeah.
for you, but that seems to be what was being said. Idiomatic.
Shishu, I think I was wrong. I think this stuff is not particularly harmful, so why don't you and I just both give it a shot and just push on these doors?
Great. Okay.
And I will still sort of cast resistance on, I think the smart play is actually myself. And then I'll go ahead and...
Okay, both of you in that case. How about both of you make a athletics check? Or are you proficient in athletics, Tongart?
I think I am. Athletics,
Is
yeah.
resistance only for
Saving throws.
Then,
throws?
then you could give Shishu advantage on it if you'd rather.
Yeah, I believe you're a bit stronger than me, but I mean, we're both proficient in athletics, but go for it.
Okay.
At advantage, yeah, go for it, Shishu.
23.
With a 23, you do manage to kind of push against this. You feel an odd sensation, Shishu. As you push, both of you hear kind of voices with that aberrative sort of speech, kind of sort of just like muttering, and then many it sounds like many different voices going, and then Shishu and Tongard, as you push against it, you feel a sudden lack of resistance, as if something is moving away from the door. You both push this door open, and XigXag, you are hit with a deep whiff of aberration.
I shout out that aberration.
And for those of you with vision, no such warning was necessary. For in the chamber, kind of almost filling what looked like was once some kind of like throne room or chamber or resting area, is this massive, just kind of like conglomeration of pink purple goo with eyeballs and teeth floating freely throughout it. It goes into the walls in various almost like kind of like like webbing almost, like as it's like going through the stone, suffusing it. You see places where like the stone that's been laid is kind of warped with this intrusion. This massive thing is here.
Do I smell my own eyeball in that massive thing?
I will say it is hard for you to smell anything over this one large aberration, but based on the roll you did earlier, you're pretty sure it at least passed in this direction. You don't smell it anywhere else.
Is there like a particular iris color to all these eyes?
They are
Or are they
different
different?
sizes. Some
Okay.
are huge, some are small, some are weird.
All
You
right.
know, many of. However, there is also a sense across this whole body. There's that pinkness, but there's also this almost necrotic purple throughout it. This thing seems partially dead. It seems almost a fusion of undeath and aberration. That is in here, and there is definitely, though it is massively expansive, there's certainly almost like a central mound. Many of these eyes are sort of blinking at you all, looking at you. Voices are all... Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to verbally describe this to my missing-eyed friends.
Perfect. So you guys are kind of hearing...
But it's definitely peppered with the. This is gross. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Tura is just pulling her whip out, like, oh, this is bad. This is horrifying.
Looking-
And Tongart, you notice that that weird sort of slit that's not super toothy. Kind of like all these other mouths, like the slit kind of like appears in the center of this, almost this entire width, and that same voice kind of is making a which Elon, you recognize to be a shushing sound. And it's sort of
A shushing sound.
It's making a shushing sound. You understand that, but you kind of can't see the full display. But in response to this, whatever noise it's making, Tongart and Shishu, you see all the other mouths, which are like all like kind of opening, closing, wanting to speak. They all close for a moment, and then this slit in deep speech simply says, "Have you come to offer me more new toys? Fresh eyes are hard to find down here. And what beautiful teeth you have."
Oh no! Now he wants us. He wants our teeth too.
Oh.
I don't understand this Oshtar. Why does he have?
This isn't Oshtar.
terrible-
This is some real bullshit here.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
kill
but
this
basically,
thing.
he lets the riffraff move in.
Well, friend, actually, I'm assuming you're translating for us, Elon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, friend, we're actually coming to sort of reclaim some of the eyes. I think we were they were sort of like mistakenly offered. It was more of a misunderstanding, and we just sort of want to reclaim those, and we'll be on our way.
I don't understand this tongue you use, but once we gain these teeth, you'll be speaking the right way soon enough.
He wants
again,
to-
only Elon, you understand that.
He wants to consume us. I think that I'd like to like sort of start. Fuck it. I'll start shimmying. I'd like to start shimmying a little bit closer towards the sound of this fucking.
Understood. Yeah, you can certainly sort of, you hear the sound, you move towards, I mean, as you walk past, you're walking past your sister and Tongart, you're feeling this door, you move forward a little bit, you do feel this like gross, disgusting substance on the ground. Chura is saying,
You know what? Actually, what I'll do right now is I'll actually cast mirror image. I think.
okay, cool. The room lights up an even bit more. You cast mirror image and this thing goes, but it is at this point that is anybody else doing anything just in response to
I'd
this?
like to breathe on it. Just breathe towards the sound I hear.
If
Like
you're sort
that.
of as you're sort of taking a breath to like make an attack, this thing certainly has enough eyes to be watching you. So we are going to roll initiative as you begin a more thing, because what it is doing is you notice its mouths, all those mouths that were shushed and closed, they all begin to gibber, and you all hear this maddening babble in your minds. So,
Shishu,
let's roll
do you see
initiative.
my eyes anywhere?
Not yet. We're just gonna fight this thing first. Don't worry. We're gonna get your eyes, everybody. We're gonna get them.
Okay.
Ooh!
Okay.
Wait,
she's
you just-
but going up here because she's a little freaked out.
But everyone,
Which way am I?
Okay.
Which way do I breathe? Which way are they? I'll get
Follow
them.
the sound of my voice.
Oh,
remember, we just fall back on the training. Use the formations that we practice. If we stay in those formations, that's a way that we can kind of like
Right?
locate ourselves on the battlefield here.
that's right, Tangot. Well said, Master. So everyone, battle formations, inspired spirits. Everyone, let's. Elon, are you in position? Is everyone?
Elon's well ahead of you, but at this point,
Yeah.
so what is? Has anybody here rolled a 20 or higher?
Yes.
What do we got?
I have. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my sheet. 25.
25. All right. Anybody 15 or higher?
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Not so much.
Anybody 10 or higher?
12.
Oh, you guys.
All
Oh no.
Anybody 5 or higher?
8.
8.
Okay.
Zigzag and I always roll the same initiative.
Yeah.
Which one of you has
You
higher?
go
What are your
first, Bill.
respective deck stores? Or is that you're just telling Zigzag to go first? Okay, cool.
Yeah, mine is 3, so I'm
Okay,
pretty
cool.
sure
Tongart?
3 is better.
It's my turn. Oh, 1.
Just flat.
Hmm.
I
Flat.
have no.
one.
I have flat decks.
All right, so good news, bad news situation. Good news, Elon, you are undisputedly the person who goes first. However, you are starting your turn within 20 feet of it as you sort of moved in towards it. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you suddenly hear this maddening babble. Even with your ability to understand all languages, it is trying to force you to do trouble.
13.
13. Please roll a d8.
This is where we die, you guys.
Yep. 4.
On a 4, I mean, gibbering mouthers are rough because they just do the confusion thing. You guys know, those of you who can see that Elon just pauses, doing nothing, so confused by what he's seeing and what he's hearing. All right.
Cool.
Tura is going to move forward. She will also have to make a wisdom save. She does succeed. I will tell you that she succeeds with a 16. So you guys can do that for calculations. You were very close. I feel bad. She is going to sort of run forward. She's going to simply try to hit this thing to lower its DC. She does so, and deals some points of damage with her. She rolls a 1, so it's almost nothing. Nevertheless, she sort of does that and then sort of just says, "Okay, do more of your crazy fighting, dragons."
Shoot, I should have done. Never mind. I forgot we could do it. We could give ourselves advantage, right? Is it on saving throws?
Re-roll it if you want to. I'll allow that. That's fine. Yes.
That's a 17.
You do pass then.
I'm gonna get close to it, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to, once I get it in within like blind sight, and I'm just like, oh no, oh, and I'm gonna cast hex. Oh, I'm actually going to bonus action move my hex onto it because.
You don't.
Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on.
Oh, make a concentration check to see if the one from last is showing.
Let me see if I. I got a 12, which would be more because I took 22 points of damage. So yeah, bonus action. I will move my hex onto it, and I will stab it with my short sword.
All right, as you sort of reach out for this thing.
Okay, that is a 26 to hit.
A 26 hits. Sorry, I was just reading something. You're good.
And that is that is 13 13 points of piercing damage.
Nice. A hearty thrust of this, and you notice that you stab into it. You kind of displace some eyeballs and teeth, but you can, now that you're kind of like up against the main bulk of it, you do see these mouths just continuing to mutter.
No.
Wonderful. That is Elon's turn. Tura goes next. Tura runs up and also hits it as well. But now it is the turn of this monster. So first of all, it is going to try to bite you, because you're the closest one. Several of the mouths just kind of all like move toward you. That is does a 15 hit your armor class, Elon?
It does not. No.
Then that is very sad. It will then try to, it won't try to blind you because you're already blind, but it's instead going to try to blind Tura, who has to make a dexterity saving throw. You know what? What's the range of it? Any creature with 5 feet. It can only get one. It'll go for Tura. Tura fails, and Tura is actually now blinded.
Oh god.
And it is now going to make an attack on her at advantage, which is a hit. So it will deal its bunch of d6s. 25 points of damage, and Chura has to make a strength save. Chura is additionally knocked prone. So basically, you kind of feel this, and then, honestly, what happens, Elon, for you, is that you see Chura sort of next to you, kind of like having, actually, no, Chura would never have even been next to you. She whipped it from 10 feet away, but instead this kind of slurches at her, and Shishu and Tongart, you see Chura, like, knocked prone as this thing's eating her, and she's taken 25 points of damage. Lord Buku, you are up. You basically, at this point, smell grossness and hear shenanigans ahead of you.
Okay, where is it? Point me to this thing. Is it everywhere? Is it all around us?
Follow my voice.
Okay, great. I'm gonna stumble towards where Elon is.
Wonderful. You get up there, and sure enough, you now feel the creature within your blind sight. Right ahead.
Perfect. Bonus action. I'm going to examine my opponent here. I'm going to take in all the sounds and smells and figure out the best plan of attack.
Wonderful. And you have moved at it from further than the range, so you are not you hear this gibbering sound, and it sounds like really rough, but you aren't affected with it because you haven't started your turn there.
Cool. And then I'm going to breathe on it.
Great. Go for it.
So it has to make a whatever. Is it intelligence?
It is.
Intelligence saving throw.
Alrighty.
I need some d12s.
That is a 22.
Well, that's not great.
Yes, this
That 22.
this seems like a highly intelligent, much larger, much harder hitting version of the normal CR2 creature.
Yeah.
And for those of you who haven't seen this, this is appearing thanks to Pierce, who has granted me some very cool pink dice with googly eyes inside of them. And then they also have actual shark teeth in them. See that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It is eyes and teeth and pink goo, so I already had an idea for an eye dungeon, so I was like, well, there's a new sub thing. There's a new side boss at the heart of this place. So yes.
Super cool. Glad you lent that to him. Well, some of these rolls are terrible, but the bonus damage is good. 2, 4, 8, 11, plus 22, 33 points of damage.
33 points of damage. It has succeeded, so that is reduced to half, correct?
Yes. Very cool.
Great. And then is the extra damage is the same type as the attack?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Cool. You guys are blinded. You know what? I'm not gonna give it its psychic resistance. That's too much. It's fine. So yeah, it takes there we go.
That's where you draw the line.
It was supposed to be resistant to psychic because whatever, it's a crit, but
Is it?
it's supposed to be.
That's fine.
Okay, then yeah. It only seems to take 8 of that, and you go.
Cool.
Oh boy, yeah.
Cool.
But you do see it, and actually, as that happens, you're within the range. A couple of the eyes like move to the center of it and wink at you.
Oh,
So it's also.
I feel like.
It's
Hold
also,
on. I feel like. Is it winking at me? This son of a bitch.
It's also a dick, basically. Okay, cool.
I appreciate that even blind you can sense when someone condescends to you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you don't need eyes for that.
Shishu,
Oh,
you
no.
are now up.
Oh, I heard that shade. Good fellow.
Is it resistant to my primal fury rage?
Not that you're aware of.
Great. I would like to go into a primal fury rage.
Shishu enters a primal fury, unable to speak, unable to communicate. Shishu rushes forward with all the anger she can muster. And what do you do?
I'm going to do a multi-attack.
Love it.
Because I can still do that at dragon form, right?
You do. So you have advantage on these. Go ahead.
And is it like my bite attack?
No, it's you can use this. It's kind of like a barbarian's rage. You can just use your I sort of decided you'll just sort of so you get advantage on these attacks, and you'll deal a little extra damage if you hit. So go ahead and roll your attacks with your your maul basically.
Okay, my bone crusher.
Your bone crusher, yes, that's right.
Well, I have a 19 on the die, so I'm not sure what my to hit is.
It that one hits, and now roll the second attack as well.
Okay. And 13 on the dice.
That's going to hit as well. So,
Am I doing my strength modifier to hit?
yeah, you're doing like you use your normal attack, use your modifier for a bite, but the damage is a little different.
Dragon Master, my apologies. My draconic brilliance, or the whatever tactical genius, only applies to weapon attacks. So actually, Shishu would get the 2d12. I did 11 points of damage of psychic, so it would be reduced to 5, reduced to 2, I think.
Cool. But now Shishu's gonna get it all, so this is mainly working out great. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So-
she'll get an extra 22
Because
of
remember,
whatever
we-
damage on top.
We have the inspired whatever thingy, so we have advantages or
Yeah, you got all
Yeah.
spend 1 advantage each round. Shishu has already done this, so Shishu, so you are gonna hit with both of these. So if you could just roll, you're going to roll 4d6,
Okay.
and then you're going to add your strength plus proficiency twice, because when you're in this, you add your proficiency bonus, so that's going to be +8. So it's 4d6 plus 38 from the 22 from
Okay,
Buku and your
15 plus 38 is 52.
It's
53?
53, and that's yeah, cool. I'm not worried about this dungeon, because in spite of the horrible things that happen in response, is that cool? And that was with like what was expended there, a bonus action from Buku and like a use how everybody predict. Yeah, cool. 53, you do. Okay.
So, and then I'd like to use my chameleon skin to obscure myself a little bit, even though I'm in, melee range of this thing.
Understood. Now, let me just double check on the dragon feats of the chameleon
Yeah,
scales. You can change it to affect the mood, but because you've already used your bonus action to enter your primal fury, you can't do it to like actually blend in. Yeah, but
That's fine.
you do swing twice, and you're hitting hard, and you're very angry. And this creature, you've definitely attracted its attention by how much damage you've done on your own. XigXag, you are now up.
okie dokie. Can I make my way to this creature?
You can make your way
With
up.
all the noise, I go there.
Yeah, it's
And
not
it's-
hard to find it. Yes.
And it's resistant to psychic.
I'll say Lord Bugu probably indicated that with frustration, so yes, you are aware of that.
Well, damn it. How many breath weapon use do we have per short rest?
One.
One?
You've already used
Can I-
yours.
Yeah, but can I recharge it?
No.
No?
That's
No
a dragon
recharge?
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, in which case, I'll just
Well, I
do
guess
my regular.
hunters do have the ability to recharge it somehow, don't you? Like, that's like a special thing we gave the hunter class. Let me look at that.
It has the deep breathing exercise, but that's not exactly. It's like after making a d6 roll to be acquired.
I would let you spend hit dice to do it, but you'd have to spend some hit dice. So if you're willing to do that, you can. But I'd make you spend a lot.
But I can still regain my hit dice, like with my hunter special thing, or with my draconic instincts.
Yes. Yeah. With your
You
let's
recover
see
all
how-
your hit dice when you finish a long rest.
Correct. So you'd get them all back when you finish a long rest, but I would make you spend 4 to gain it back before a short rest. So if you're cool to only have 2 hit dice, you can have your breath weapon.
No, I'll rather just use my regular breath on it.
Okay. And you also do, like, you have a sword, you could also hit it with a weapon if you'd rather.
But I think my breathing.
Well,
Sword.
your breathing is psychic,
Oh, that's true.
so do as you do.
Fine, I'll just keep stabbing it.
All right, so go ahead. You can make 2 attacks with a short sword, which for you would be, or whatever.
Longsword.
Or longsword. Great. Make 2 attacks with a longsword. It's your strength plus your
I
dexterity.
rolled 2 19s
Then those both hit.
and d8, 2 d8s.
2d8. Are you carrying a shield?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, then d8's cool.
And I rolled a 6 and a 7.
A 6
and
and a 7.
a 7, and then I add my
Your strength modifier to both.
strengths, which is 5.
So 13 plus
So-
a 23. That's a lot. It's a good turn. All right. Tongart, you, sir, are up.
Yeah. How intact is it? Well, no, I'm just gonna do the thing everyone else is doing. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around. I'm just gonna get up there and take a swing with my Kopesh.
Wonderful. Swing the Kopesh. That is a longsword for the purposes of,
Yeah. So that's a 15.
Hits.
All right, and I'll just roll the second one now. Oh, wait, I'll give myself advantage on the first one. I rolled the exact same thing, so,
Well,
and then I'll just...
You already rolled the first one. Give yourself advantage on the second one.
Okay. Natural 20.
Yay!
Ooh.
So that
Alright.
will be. Are you using a shield or is this two-hand?
A shield, I got a
So
shield,
so that will be 3d8 plus 2 times your strength.
All right, not bad, not bad. So that's going to be 10, 14, 20.
Nice, wonderful. All right, you cut into it and it's kind of. Again, you have now all moved directly into melee with it. Now that you're up with it, you definitely have this sense of like, oh, these voices are rough.
And
speaking.
just a quick question. Of Buku, I know you kind of got beat up a little bit. How are you health wise?
Well, I have no eyes.
I'm very aware of that. I can't do anything about that right now.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
Alright.
about as good as a person with no eyes who had them less than an hour ago could be.
All right, understood.
If you wanted me to rate my health in like a scale of say 1 to 89, I'm about a 47 right now.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I will say,
It hurt a lot. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've had your eyes ripped out of your face before. It's not pleasant.
I mean,
The worst part is you can't even see it happening. So it just happens to you, and you're like,
Oh.
I don't even know what happened because I couldn't even see it.
well, I actually would have figured that you would have actually seen it for a moment, so you would have like seen yourself, how everyone else sees you for a second, and then it would have winked out, which I
Thank
think would have
you.
been like a trippy experience. So like,
Thank
just
you
think-
for
just-
making
look-
me relive that moment.
Look at this, and just think of it. You're getting a different perspective on the world, and I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Oh,
at
nice.
level 1.
Very good.
Thank you.
That was a really long 6-second conversation, but yeah, I get it. Wonderful. Very good. So end of your
7
turn.
points of healing.
So end of your turn, Ton.
How many?
We're gonna
7.
Thank you.
just have a quick little legendary action here by this
Why not?
massive thing.
Why not?
And it is kind of with a sense of all of you sort of smelling you guys. It's getting hit hard, but it also it is going to make a bite attack against the prone.
Poor
Tour.
thing.
Oh my God, that's right.
You're just throwing her on the
That's a natural 20.
Oh no!
So that's 16d8.
Oh, I forgot about poor her.
Should have been healing her.
I really hope.
No,
she
no,
got-
he chose correctly. Clearly.
I really
Lost
hope she
cause.
got a proc.
I'm so sorry. It's not 16d8. And also, shoot, your crit was also not 3d8. It should have been 8 plus 2d8. What is 6 times 8?
48.
48.
48? Cool. So it's 48 plus 8d8. Or 8d6. Cool. So 48, 50, 60, 70, 77. I gave Tura an even 100 hit points. And Tura has now been reduced past that. Tura has been reduced to 0 hit points by this. You guys see these mouths close around Tura, and Tura with this like scream, you hear rock breaking, and you see
Oh,
there is
no.
flesh under her sandstone in different directions by these mouths that are now just all over her. Tura is ripped apart.
No.
And consumed. And you watch as the various wounds and cuts you've had on this actually heal up slightly as it is now consuming a new body. So let me see. You roll.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
What happened?
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
Let's throw. I had a good one. Oh yeah, no, here's pinkish.
It ain't.
Did we? I
it
heard a
ain't
scream.
died.
Did we
It
kill
ain't
it?
died.
You watch.
It's fine, you guys.
Is Tora even fighting? Is she even a part of this right now?
Oh, she's a part of it.
You watch as this thing regains a pretty good number of hit points. It is based on the hit dice of the creature it has consumed.
Oh no.
No.
You watch as kind of just a pretty good amount of roughly like about 35 hit points it got back.
Well, I will say then, if we're maxing stuff out with the new rules,
How much
you
more
would
should it
subtract another 3 points.
It should have had
I rolled.
Yeah, the
I
highest
rolled.
was a 5. Perfect. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so that is the end of its that turn. Elon, it is your turn.
Oh boy.
All right. I draw my second sword and I make 2 attacks.
3 attacks. You have extra
3
attacks.
attacks.
Yeah. However, first thing you need to do is make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Shoot, I only did 1 attack last round.
Oh.
Did you do more than 2 points of damage? That's a win. I can't believe I used my breath weapon for 2 points of damage.
Fuck. Well, I will use inspired spirits to give myself a
Going great, guys.
I'd use
Oh God. Oh. Well,
What'd you got?
I got a 13.
13. It does not succeed against the enhanced gibbering mouther, but please roll a d8. There actually is a silver lining if you could roll a 7 or an 8.
5.
5. Okay, this is funny. Could you also roll me a strength saving throw?
Oh. Okay. 22.
So, the ground around this creature has become dough-like and aberrant and kind of like it's trying to suck you guys down into it. But you succeed moving against it, but you must now move in a random direction. So I will roll to see what random direction that is. I'm saying that you guys were looking north, so you actually, you just move past it, kind of like, you move away from where everyone else is, and you just kind of, you wind up at like a wall against the side of the room, no longer in like melee with it, but definitely still within its area. That is your obnoxious turn.
Great.
All right, Chura is dead. You guys notice the mouther, those of you who can see it or are close enough. Tongart and Shishu, you do see a bunch of rocky teeth sort of form up towards it. And you also see 2 kind of stony eyes appear within the morass, and they're now kind of being integrated into it. You see that the eyes are being like enrobed by, even within this goo, that sort of strange purplish substance, and they're kind of being pulled around. The creature is going to make its bite attack. With all of you there, he's moved away, so we'll do a d4. I will roll the d4 from the set, so we'll do 1, 2, d4. It is coming for you, Shishu.
Come at me, bro.
I roll a 2, so it doesn't hit you. It will make it second.
Shishu's in such a frenzy, she doesn't. It just
Yeah,
makes
doesn't
her
even
feel
notice.
stronger.
The next one is this could be really problematic. Is coming for Lord Buku, however.
Oh dear.
That is going to be a 20 to hit. So Lord Buku, can you please make a strength saving throw? It's going to try to also knock you prone to eat you next time.
Oh my god.
13.
Inspired spirits. Did you use it yet?
Oh, yes, I do have that. Won't I need it? Fuck it. Yeah.
No, you're gonna need it right now.
13.
So you are knocked prone for future eating, and you take 28 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
28. Oh, that's all. Perfect.
Guys, don't let Lord Buku get killed by this thing, is my advice, because
I
reduced to
can't. I
0.
can't really hear what you're saying because I'm far. I don't really understand what's going on.
Had you rolled a 7 or an 8, it would have actually been really bad. You would have made a random attack against someone. I would have let you hit Lord Buku, but that would have been really bad because he's in.
I don't know that you could make an argument that would have been random.
That's fair, actually. All right, that is its horrifying term. Lord Buku, you are up. You are prone under it. What would you like to do?
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, first wisdom saving throw from the thing. Oh my god. This thing's
Natural 1
Oh,
for an 8.
Okay. Roll a d8. Do you want to use your... Oh, you've already used your Inspired Spirits. This round.
Oh yeah, I did.
Just used it.
2.
You do nothing. You don't resist. You just lay there being driven mad by all these mouths, many of which are trying to bite into you. Okay.
Sounds accurate.
Shishu, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, she's so wise. 5.
You have an advantage. You have advantage.
Have advantage. Roll the thing. It's a DC 15, guys.
7.
Oh god.
Shishu, roll a d8.
8.
Shishu, based on who's around, let's say evens, Tongart, odds, zigzag. Shishu, make a weapons attack against Tongart. Just take a swing. Basically, just swing. Roll your normal bite attack.
Wait, wouldn't
Wouldn't...
one?
That one.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. I was gonna say, wouldn't also the Mouther be in that, or no?
Oh, that is true. She rolled a nat 1, so this will be academic, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Still Tongart.
Well.
D4, all right.
Is it so bad that it hits the Mouther?
But I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, because she was confused. So
Yeah, you're confused.
I'm in
You're
a
just
rage.
hitting someone.
I'm in a rage and I'm confused at the same time.
Yeah, you're actually unable to apologize because you're sort of raging. Zigzag.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay, what do I do?
Make a wisdom saving throw. Also, Shishu, could you also make a strength save for me? I think this one will be more fine.
19.
19. Zigzag, you have your action. You're fine.
Are my saves still at advantage because of
Yes, they are actually. Yes, your strength save would be.
Oh, thank God. I passed it. I think it's
So,
like 23 or
even
24.
though the ground is turning into stuff, Lord Buku's being eaten, you're unable to hit Tongart, you're not sure why you're hitting him, you are not being held in place. Zigzag, what is your roll on that?
I use my advantage and that I'm rolling a 14 and 17 plus 5. So I guess that 14
That'll
and
hit.
17.
That'll definitely
yes.
hit, yes.
Okay.
So roll your
7 plus 3 plus 10, so it's 20 damage.
20 damage. Great. Hey, guys, good. It's effectively back up to where it was before it ate the person. Tongart, you can tell that it doesn't look amazing. Speaking of which, Tongart, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and
also, did you make a strength save here, Zigzag?
No, do I have to?
Yeah, go make a strength saving throw as well. The ground is also Joe-like and horrible.
Oh. 11.
11. So you are stuck in place. You cannot move. Not that that's in your main plan. But Tongart, so make your wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspired spirits on this.
Understood.
Yeah, that was probably fine. 26.
You're completely in your right mind.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm looking around. I'm taking stock of stuff, and I think I only really have one thing. I'm gonna just listen to my breath, breathe deep, and breathe out a gout of magma at this thing.
All right.
So it makes a dexterity saving throw.
Well, that's the thing to make this thing make. I will tell you
Yeah.
guys that. I'm pretty sure a 4 is a failure.
Yeah. So, first of all, it's not a lot of damage right now. So that's 5, 10, 8, 18, 20. So half of that.
So 10
it's
damage, 10 fire
10 damage. But now it is covered in magma. for the next minute.
As this massive gibbering mouther is covered in like magma, like many of like the eyes and teeth within it are like covered up, you hear all of those babbling mouths for 1 second. They all scream in kind of like a weird pain of and more in the dawning recognition that this magma is still on them. It seems to still be sinking deeper, like the sort of like rocky substance is burning deeper in, and it's almost like a jello mold with something getting pushed into it as this like sloughing off. It's rough.
And then
pretty.
it's like glowing now. Yeah, it's kind of like when you put a light inside a. Anyway,
Lava lamp.
it's a lava lamp now. And I will use my bonus action. I will spend some points here, and I'll cast a mass healing word.
I think that is a very good thing to do here. Yes, love it.
I can hit all of us with that.
Oh, great.
It's not great. It's gonna be 6 points of healing for everyone.
6
Doing
for
what?
all. Wonderful. Okay. So.
But I gotta make. I'm still standing in that dough ground.
Oh yeah,
right?
please make your strength check as well.
12.
12 does not succeed. You also sink into the ground. You and XigXag are stuck. Lord Goku's prone. Shishu's managed to get out of it. Elon has kind of run away. Elon, however, go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw. Top of the round here.
Okay. Do I? I don't get to do. Do I? Is this my turn or no?
It's your turn. Yes.
Okay.
So
I'll
make
use
your
Inspired
wisdom
Spirits.
save. Yeah. You get to go to that.
Oh my gosh. No, that's not gonna do it.
On both?
I haven't rolled above a 7.
I am so sorry. That's it. Here's the thing. As fun as creatures like this are, I sort of hate when it's just like it always just takes someone out of the fight completely, and everybody just wants Elon to breathe on this thing for a minute. Elon, can you please roll a d8?
Yep. 7.
A 7. Elon, you know what? The only creature within your reach is the creature, so go ahead and make one melee attack against it.
Okay.
Is the
Multi-attack or no?
Let's do multi-attack. If you somehow crit on both of them, maybe you can almost get to murder range here.
No. So my first is 13.
No.
A 13 does hit.
Okay, both hit then. So that is okay. 25 points of piercing damage.
25.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking pretty bad. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if you guys had some hero dice right now? All right. So, it is at this point in initiative. It is preparing to consume Lord Buku, attacking him prone on the ground.
It's
How many?
Start of its turn?
It is not its turn, no.
Oh, is this a legendary action?
No, it is not. Lord Buku, how are you doing on hit points? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, I'm still, my heart's still beating. My eyes are still missing.
What is your score? Like, what is?
I have 26 hit points.
Oh boy.
26 hit points. That's definitely in the realm of what it could reduce. Noting that, you're all pretty distracted, but I will say that Tongart and actually only Tongart, the rest of you are whatever blinded or consumed. Tongart, you do notice a slight red glow coming from behind you.
Oh.
And at this point in initiative, having been sort of observing this for a moment, stepping into the chamber is a bandaged figure with 2 glowing rubies in its eyes. This figure sort of looks at all of this with a smile. eyes begin to glow with fiery red, and then almost like Superman lasers out of its eyes, these fiery beams shoot forth into the gibbering mouther.
Oh.
Intriguing.
That will be a hit. Yep. Or actually, wait, wrong place.
This guy needs to manage his dungeon. Manage your pit, Red Eyes.
We are here to kill him, so.
Well,
Not anymore. Not anymore.
We're here to take a bath.
True.
we're here to drink our own bath water.
20, 30.
It's a new cleanse Shishu's pushing.
Yeah. It's a
Well.
detoxifier.
I feel really bad.
Don't you want to get out of those toxins and get your eyes back?
It is 7 points away from being able to kill this thing.
Can it be my turn soon?
Oh, it's all right. It just has to start its turn.
Yep.
Just has to start its turn.
Yeah.
Tongart.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is it start its turn?
It hasn't used its legendary action. Sorry.
It doesn't have to.
All right. It doesn't have a huge to hit. It's not incredibly good, but it is rolling advantage. Okay, so that's a 4 on the die, which is going to be a 12. What's your armor class, Lord Buku?
20.
20 is your armor class?
Wow.
Oh, okay. As long as I don't roll a 12 or higher, and this dice that just paid.
Buku
A
just got
3.
beefy.
Legendary action, it misses you at advantage. Trying to continue consuming.
I was just like very malazed as I sunk in the ground and just put my shield over my head to
Yeah, you're just like, and it just
relax
cannot
a
get
bit.
there. It cannot. It's hoping to consume something. It literally just wants to live. Tongart, top of the turn. How much damage does it take?
It takes 21 points of fire damage. Because it takes my Constitution score.
Score, not modifiers.
Yeah, I've just checked the new rules and it still says score.
I notice. All right. Well, with that, your fire burns into it, and the whole puddle sort of collapses as just eyes and teeth and goop spread out in all directions. This figure behind you all like laughs and says, begins speaking in a tongue none of you sort of understand. That looks around and says,
And we really...
I understand.
I mean that is, and then says in draconic, you have softened up that pest. Most appreciated. Welcome to the pit of Oshtar.
Thank you. Finally, someone gives us a welcome.
Thank you.
Did somebody change the voice?
I am
We
the
have a-
red eyes of Oshtar.
It's the red eye guy.
Oh. Cool. Another.
And you all. Snaps his fingers. And
Are we
you
welcome?
see a bunch of
No, we don't.
well, yes. You do when they get close to you. Tongart and Shishu notice a bunch of extremely short, squat little creatures also wrapped in mummy bandages. I don't know either of you would be sort of familiar with what these would be. They're very like small. They're probably like a foot tall. They all rush in, like jostling past each other, carrying goblets that are sloshing liquid around, which they carry to all of you. And he says, "Drink, Dragonborn."
Would be like, just a second,
I
just a
drink it.
second. I want to go down on my hands and knees and look for my eyes.
Yeah,
You feel
like-
and ZigZag, you even see these little creatures are like they think you're just completely blind. They're like trying to help you. Like they keep like pulling your hand back and trying to put this goblet in your hand.
I go ahead and drink. I drink it. I just down the
Yeah,
whole thing.
I drink it and then I just like toss the goblet back and keep
Continue going
searching
through
for
it.
my eyes.
I chug it and drop it.
I drink. As I do, I'm just like, has anybody seen my eyes? I haven't.
I sip it like a green juice.
I actually have several allergies. Can I ask what this is?
Yeah, the finest mead in my collection. This mead,
I
unlike
see.
the other mead, tastes very stale and bad, but it is potable and not poisonous.
I must respectfully decline then. I might have a violent reaction to that.
He kind of rounds to you, this fury.
I like.
Pretend to take a sip, Tankard.
I will take it. And I will like fake drink.
Make a deception check. What is this guy's?
Man. 13.
Natural? No, natural.
No.
Oh.
No, I actually am quite good at deception. I've rolled
Actually,
before.
hearing Tongat say that,
Oh,
and
do you still,
not
do we
having
still
my
have our
eyes-
formation going or no?
I'll say you can have advantage
Alright.
on that. You can still have your formation up for a moment here because this person might attack you. So we could say
Sure,
it's still
sure.
in soft initiative, sure. And Buku,
I'm
what do
gonna
you say?
hold off on drinking.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a little worse. So 13
boy.
it is.
He just
Rolled a
glares
6 and a
at
5.
you. His he has a +4 to wisdom, so he seems to kind of just baseline picked up on that with a passive insight of 14. You refuse my hospitality.
I don't mean to be rude. I'm gonna have a bad reaction to it if I drink it.
He's a very sensitive stomach, that one.
Bad reaction if you don't. Oh, sensitive stomach. Yeah. Snaps at the things. One of them waddles out and comes back in. And these are like these little creatures. They don't have eyes. They're just sort of like they almost look like babies that are like wrapped up for like in a snowsuit. But like you just kind of like the head is just kind of like they're just these boop, 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 boop. But this one kind of runs over to you and it's now carrying like a platter that has a bunch of just like rotten kind of like old like what might have been food. And it just kind of shoves that up at you.
Thank you. I'll take some of it, and I'll put it, and I'll chew it, but I'm just gonna kind of hold it in my cheek, kind of like a tobacco chew for a little bit.
It tastes awful.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Is this gonna help my eyes? Is this like
Yes.
magical?
Yes.
Well, you can get our friends their eyes back.
Eyes back.
Yeah, their eyes sort of joined that mess on the floor there, and we were kind of coming to try to get their eyes back from it.
I'm gonna put the drink down and start feeling around for my eyes then.
So just three blind people going through like viscous nonsense looking for eyes.
Hey, we have priorities, okay?
I understand that. This thing just kind of watches you all. You're very lucky I came along when I did.
I guess so.
Can you revive our companion?
What companion?
Oh.
There's nothing really left of her, unfortunately.
I thought maybe you could vibe her.
Well, there should be some rock pieces
Yeah,
there,
just-
right?
yeah.
You honestly, Tangard, you can spot her sort of eyes. You can see Tura's eyes. But they are now just dead and lifeless and not attached to anything.
Yeah, it's a pretty tall order.
That's awful.
Yeah, we really led her to her death pretty dramatically and directly.
So,
Oh, it's definitely our fault. This is going to be on our consciences.
but you can find Tongart within all the pink nonsense. You do see her magic mask and her magic whip. So if you guys want to add this to your hoard, you can.
I will grab those to preserve her memory.
That's right. We will honor her.
All right. But the red eyes kind of just look at you all. Well, you all owe me.
Yeah, I still don't have my eyes. What happened? Did this one do something?
Oh, Philip, I don't know. I don't know mechanically if it's gonna do anything. I probably already accepted it, so it's fine. But as I'm like bending down into the goo to like pick it up, if I could just like spit the food out into like the mess on the floor.
You can kind of do so.
I'm sure that already
You
accepted.
think you
so I
probably
accepted
already
the
accept to
that-
some
yeah.
extent, but
I just
yeah,
don't want to
unfortunately.
eat the actual rotten food.
That is entire. Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. But are you going to search for their eyes, Tongart?
Yeah, I'll look around for it.
Make a perception check. Shishu, you can do the same if you're going to try to find their specific
I'll
eyes.
go ahead and throw a little guidance on myself.
Would be
Can I smell my eyes? Come on.
You
come
can
on.
make a perception check at advantage, smelling for your eyes. That's fair.
Philip, that would be another natural 13.
21.
Keeps giving.
26.
But that will bring me around to a 23.
So I have a 23, a 21, and a 36.
26.
26. Okay. I was about to say 36. Holy mother.
No.
I will, however, say that with a little bit of watching, and it's probably an uncomfortable kind of kind of like waving your hands through nonsense. You do find those 3 sets of eyes. XigXag, yours was scent based, so that's perfect. Okay. You do find those eyes.
I will sort of, based off of my memory of everyone's colors of eyes, I will sort of hand them their pairs of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird night.
I know what Elon's eyes look like, so I make sure he gets the right ones.
I'd
Thank
like
you,
to put
sheesh.
my eyeballs back into their sockets.
Okay.
What do I do with them now? Right.
So XigXag, you put the eyeballs back in the sockets, kind of with this substance on them, with this viscous
Oh
material.
boy.
I would like to kind of like rub the thing off first.
Okay.
Or if do we have any water or something?
We notably do not.
You notably
Oh,
do not.
wait,
yes.
can I ask for more of that wine thing?
Though
Here,
sure,
you can
More
take
meat,
my cup.
please?
something
yeah.
will give you some wine.
Yeah, pick up his.
uh,
Just
I
pour some
will
meat in
try,
it.
like when I give Buku his eyes and I sort of help him back. And I said, I don't know if this is gonna work, but just let me give it a try. And
All right.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration, which can cure blindness. I think.
I will actually say that if you put the eyeballs in and cast that would reattach. Yes, that would work.
Okay.
So Lord Buku, you are now no longer blind.
Oh.
And
How you doing, Boo?
as he does
Oh.
that, Lord Buku, as your vision returns, you sort of see Tongart over you, and Tongart kind of like unbeknownst to you, but like now you feel it as well. Lord Buku, you open your eyes, and like kneeling right next to you with this like death rictus smiling at you is this mummy. Much of the bandage has fallen away. You see like some tooth, but mostly wrapped up with these 2 just blazing rubies, and he's got a cup in his hand and says, "Accept my hospitality."
Personal space. Just give me a moment, good sir.
He looks like he's about to explode with rage.
Whoa.
And,
Whoa.
I will, seeing that this worked for Buku, I will go over and use the last bit of spells I got, and I will restore Buku. Elan and XigXag.
Understood.
But I'm tapped out now.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah,
It's-
open
no,
your
I'm
eyes,
just-
Elan.
Oh right. Just joking.
Oh, wow. So yes, you guys now have your vision back. You could have put it in with the things and it would have given it back. There just would have been some other stuff because you would have had some aberration gunk in you. But this was the
I
safer
was
thing.
gonna do something. I was gonna dip them into the meat,
Uh-huh.
and then into my mouth to just clean them and then put them.
That would have done nothing but given you some kind of horrific brain infection.
Okay.
But if Tondgar comes over and helps, that's fine. But this Eye of Fear and Flame is intensely looking at you, Buku, and it looks like he's about to like attack you.
Buku,
Enraged.
Drink the mead.
It's fine. I'll drink the mead.
His eyes
It's
are
not
like
a big
blazing.
deal.
Okay.
Wow,
you
you
drink
will. Sure. Yes.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you.
He sort of stands up. You've done well.
Have we though?
Yes.
Yeah, really. It's kind of
Doesn't
subjective.
feel like it.
No, you've done very well. You've gotten rid of something that's been a nuisance to me.
Well, there we go. I guess
Cool.
sounds like we're even.
Yeah, happy to be a good guest in your domain then, I suppose.
Yes.
What's with the beef between you and Green and Blue?
Blue. I hate blue.
Why do you hate? Wait, what about Green? Do you hate Green?
You said there is a problem between me and Green. What don't I know? Green has so many secrets. I must destroy them all. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Do not lie to
no.
me. You have accepted my hospitality.
I am not lying to you. I graciously and absolutely accepted your hospitality. It's all right. It's all right. I understand you're having big feelings.
What has Blue done?
Oh, nothing really.
I never know anything. But I
Well,
feel
they just
so
sort of.
much.
We were looking for some sort of body of water down here, and they sort of directed us down here to find it.
The pool.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what
You can use the pool, but it will cost you.
Let me guess. You would like us to destroy Green.
And
No. Why do you want Green? Why would I want to destroy Green? Is Green kind of comes to you? Has Green been deceiving me? Has Green been plotting against me?
That's what I heard.
Probably. Yes.
I'm just
I
gonna kind of
mean-
like. It's gonna kind of like Homer Simpson into the bushes out of this conversation.
Just into some slime on the wall. Sure.
Yeah.
This thing kind of looks up. Actually, Lord Buku, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. This thing just like opens its eyes and just this gout of flame just shoots up.
17.
With a 17, you manage to get out of the way. Like you might have taken some side damage had you just not, but you managed to duck as this kind of massive flare of heat, and then he just spins around and just starts walking out of the chamber. Those
I go.
various little servants are like,
Before he leaves, I just go. I thought maybe you'd like to have a little bit more of a one-up on him this time.
Dangerous games.
against Green.
Well, I'm just saying we're headed down that direction. If maybe you could point us in the right way, give us a little bit of aid and assistance, we could then report to you what Green's really thinking.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I have one good roll this session? Nope. That's gonna be
Oh no.
that's a 9, baby.
Oh man.
It just kind of turns...
Hey, wait. I have a question for you. Because I can have advantage on intelligence rolls, and I use my intelligence for persuasion.
Do you use
Does that mean
it,
I have
or
advantage?
do you add it to persuasion?
I use it.
I mean, I guess that's probably what it's intending you to have. That seems like a fucking lot, but so is covering people in magma, and they take 21 points of damage every turn. So what are you gonna do?
I mean, only if they fail. You know. Don't, frankly, it sucks to suck. What can I say?
When determining your ability score bonus for the check, it does say intelligence modifier. Sure, have advantage.
All right.
Why not?
I just want to roll over. Oh, fuck me. 12. It's a 12. It's the best I got.
The rolls tonight have been rough, you guys, and I am very sorry.
Unbelievably
It's been,
bad.
Like so many things went wrong. The 3 nat 1s on the
That
worst
was
saving throw of all time.
The
was-
most preposterous thing I've
I mean,
ever seen.
That was, I mean, and I wow. And Tura is dead now too, by the way. Cool.
Not our best now.
Go ahead,
Can I
XigXag.
just pick up any pieces of Tura that I can
You
find?
can be going along to do that. You guys can gather Tura's belongings. We'll get to all of this in a moment.
Not just the belongings, actual Tura pieces.
Sure, you can attempt this. But I will, however, say that in response to sort of the persuasion, he sort of just like turns back to you, this mummy with these blazing ruby eyes, just kind of turns around and just like Gollum style just kind of goes like just and just screams and then marches continuing out of the room. The various servants, some of them kind of like make weird bowing signs and then rush off after him.
Was it something I said? I felt like that was helpful. I don't know.
So should we?
Are my eyes crooked or something? Am I cross-eyed?
You guys look really good
As
for having eyes ripped out of your heads and placed back in. I'm impressed.
it's really bad.
I cannot tell you how that makes me feel so good. I'm honestly feeling a little insecure with that whole experience, and now, thank you.
You're
A
welcome.
little affirmation goes
I'm
a long
gonna
way.
say that
sometimes.
at this point, a giant like glob of pink jelly just kind of that was kind of stuck to the ceiling, just plops down behind all of you.
We should get out of here.
And we will end our session here. Although now that you have your eyes back,
Oh man.
because she rolled so high, but it wasn't with. Oh no, it actually wouldn't. You had a. Shoot, I'm sorry. I take this back. Tongart. Actually, nope. Shishu, you had a 21 as well. Tongart, I totally forgot. Tongart and Shishu, I'll say you sort of notice it now. You did when you were looking around for eyes. Still covered in about a foot of pink goop with eyes and teeth, now kind of like floating like soup, whatever. Or like eyes floating like olives in an old aspic from the 50s. You guys do notice that in the center of this chamber, XigXag, Tongart, and Shishu, I'm going to give you your older rolls that you had. You would have seen this earlier, but XigXag, you're seeing it now. There is a circular portal-like door in the center of this chamber that would have been directly under this creature. And as you all kind of say, we need to, whether we need to get out of here or do something, we will end our session there. Guys, that was a
Wonderful.
lot. I am so glad Buku's alive. I really thought Buku was going to die.
I did too.
Really thought Buku was, and it's a drop to 0. You're dead.
Yeah, that was rough.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm still bummed. I have yet to make 2 attacks. In 2 combats, I have yet to make 2 attacks.
I can't believe I did 2 points of damage with my breath weapon.
That was kind of amazing. That was terrible. I mean, it's terrible for you, but that was just like, okay, wow. Well, this was the wrong person to do this against. I will also say that I feel bad because I had to do a gibbering mouther because of the the dice that contain stuff. But I will say I don't always love the creatures that completely take away player turns because
that's okay.
Largely because it always happens to Andrew.
Also,
No,
also,
I was also just rolling. I mean,
it was
basically a 50. It would have been less than a 50-50 shot. I just was rolling horribly
It was
all
so
night.
Oh my
all of
God.
us.
Oh my god. Well,
Everybody.
that was
We rolled
great.
3
And
nat
also, if I
ones at the
remembered
same
to take
time.
my-
So
If I had remembered to take my second attack too, that would have gone down like a turn earlier.
Also, Hey, Pierce, this did give me one nat 20, so thanks.
Oh, all right. That's progress.
With just it was teeth up,
Yeah.
staring right at me.
So yeah, basically you're responsible for killing that NPC.
Tura
Yeah,
is dead.
Tura so dead?
I feel
Is she
bad.
so
Tura's
dead
dead.
that nothing
Yeah.
could bring her back, not even a wish?
A
mean,
wish could maybe
yeah.
a wish or a true resurrection or a
Resurrection.
Some very
I don't
magic.
actually, resurrection might be able to, because I guess you are gathering body parts. I think resurrection can build you a new body.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm gonna look it
Resurrection
up.
can. Resurrection can. True resurrection can do it without a body. But like, yeah, we don't have a lot of her left.
It restores
Gonna be
missing
a
body
while.
parts. So yes, if you have some body, you could a resurrection could do it. But it's a 7th level spell. None of you know. Well, guys, that was great. Also, thank you so much for watching tonight. We really appreciate it. Also, thanks for subscribing, following us. We have all sorts of other shows on this channel. Tomorrow night, you can check out our superhero game, Temple Flight. Except, is it going to be a superhero game tomorrow? Who knows? No one knows. They have entered the astral plane, and all bets are off because we are switching formats of that game to Fate. Ooh, I have a Fate ring and Fate dice, and ooh, how fun this will all be. And then, so that's going to be super fun. And then on Tuesdays, we have Gray in the Dark, our noir game, which has also kind of been heating up and is super fun. They've got like 4 different investigations going. It's as convoluted as you'd hope it would be. It's in a world without color. It's amazing. On Fridays, we have Blood from a Stone, which also is popping off like crazy. Fun stuff happens in these games. That's kind of that's why the players of this channel just do the weirdest stuff, and it's just wonderful. So yeah, that's all great. So yeah, please check out those shows. I also want to say sorry about the sound problem early on in this one. Definitely always let us know when there's weird stuff like that in chat if you ever see it. We appreciate you letting us know that. And I'm now going to say to all of these wonderful players here, if anybody has anything they would like to plug, now is the time.
Well, if you guys obviously like Twitch, if you come by on Tuesday, you can follow me, Deadwood Jedi, at my channel, and I play Raid Shadow Legends, but mostly I just do ridiculous accents and wear silly hats and chat with people and play around. And we actually had a really cool week. We raised $2,200. I think I raised $2,200 for people in Ukraine, which is really cool. So it was good times. And then you can, if you get hungry while they're doing that.
Oh, if you do get hungry, I will be on Instagram every Tuesday cooking food. Bye.
I don't know. I don't have your book. I don't know where it is.
Oh, sorry. Tuesday, 2:30
Bye.
Pacific. I cook lots of food on the internet, and then hopefully inspire you to cook at home too. That's me cooking for you.
Can you
But I
tell
wanna
us what
cook
Tuesday will be
too.
yet, or do you know?
You know what? I saw this really kind of gross looking thing, but I think it's kind of awesome, where you take a hot dog and you split it down the middle and you fry an egg in it. I'm gonna make
Oh, it
that
sounds
this time.
fantastic.
I know. I love it. People are very judgy about hot dogs, but I think hot dogs are delightful. Thank you. So that looks like you cut it out.
That looks like a paper
No.
cutout. That's crazy.
I think you have a paper cutout of me in your
That's
apartment, Ted. That's amazing.
That's great.
Thank you.
And then after that, right?
After that, so then on Tuesdays from 5 to 7, you head over back to Twitch to see me. Andrew is trying. I'm also streaming, usually story-based role-playing games. Although we've been playing Hades recently, which has been a ton of fun. So it'll either be that or Disco Elysium. So we have a fantastic time there.
Well, there's so many fun
Excellent.
things to do on Tuesdays.
And if it's not a Tuesday, our Flag Means Death just dropped on HBO Max, and it's good. It's good. So just check that out if you wanna have some wacky pirate antics. If you like any of Taika Waititi stuff, watch Death by Our Flag Means Death.
It's a fun one. Vanda, you want to plug any just shows or stuff you like? That's what we've gotten to here. That very good. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Have a roaring good night.
Right.
I like that one better than most of the other ones.
I know, but guys, I was tonight with this combat was rough tonight. I'm sorry, this was a lot.